What's good, guys? Big Red back at it again. We're playing a solo TPP game, shooting for high kills, trying to do big things. Let's see what we got in store. We're landing Millie base, just between C block and factory. It's a very juicy spot. Usually nobody lands here. Most people like to land at C block just to get high octane action right off the bat. Just a heads up, guys. If you have a scope in your inventory and you want to put it on one of your weapons, whatever gun you're holding at the moment and you try to put the scope on, it'll lock into that gun. Unless, of course, it's a 8 times that doesn't go on every single weapon. The 8 times will only go on the gun that is available for it to use on. Anyway, we were able to land on a couple of nice guns, take a couple guys out, use over-the-shoulder aiming, and also aiming down your sights. Both of those are very, very smart options to use. Also, a good option up close and personal is hip firing. Don't over the shoulder and don't ADS. Being super close to someone, just hip firing and pulling that right trigger, spraying and praying is the way to go. I used to not be a fan of over the shoulder aiming, but the more I used it, the more I got accustomed of how it would wreck people because of how tight the spray was. And if you could lock into your target close to medium range with over the shoulder aiming, you could tear some people up. And it's really good for visibility too, because a lot of people, when they aim down their sight, it's hard for them to see objects around them and what they're shooting sometimes, and they may lose the target. But when you over the shoulder aim, you don't lose the target as much. Here, the guy with the buggy, I could have shot him in the open field with the SKS in the 8 times, but I knew he was going to hop into the buggy. So I played it smart, waited for him to hop in, took a couple shots. Make sure you lead your target at all times as best you can. Even if you think you're going to overshoot, leading him is better than not leading him at all. I always enjoy the aggressive play style, so I like driving my car around and finding people, especially in solos. I occasionally do run solo squads, but you could take a couple teams out and it's a lot harder to make it to the end. Solos is a little bit easier to be caught in the open because there's not multiple people shooting at you like there would be in duos or squads. Of course, you could always get third party by other solo players. But more times than not, you're not running into a lot of people in solo games. If anything, there's maybe 4 people at most around you. And it's just unlucky if there's multiple people shooting at you. Unless, obviously, you land hot, then that's a whole different story. There's going to be people all around you. Always playing it smart near the end of the circle is kind of the way to go. Try to do your best to find decent cover and look at your surroundings and try to figure out where people are, especially when you're kind of getting near the top 25, 30 situation. You kind of want to figure out where people are at. You want to figure out where your plan next is to go. It's always a chess game. Make your decisions before it's too late. Stay ahead of the circle, but always keep in mind there's always those people who are going to come in late from the edge of the circle. I used to be really big on the wedge concept of coming in near the smallest side of where the zone is closing from. And I'm still a really big factor on that if you're not an aggressive player. But now that I've become more aggressive, I'm really big on running around no matter where the circle is. But I always want to make sure I'm ahead of the circle and playing it smart. Yes, I'm going to shoot people when I'm in the open. Yes, I'm going to get tagged a few times. But it's easy to do the zigzag effect, be elusive, dodge a lot of people's bullets, like how you could see people do to me when I shoot them with the 3 times Groza. A lot of people just tend to lose sight of where the circle may be. They may have tunnel vision on another certain solo player, and that's your advantage to be the aggressor and rush them while they're not paying attention. Yes, if they catch you pushing in, you just have to stay confident with your shot and make sure you believe that you could still beat them even though they've realized that you're coming towards them. And one thing I like to do is be smart about where you push and where you decide to go. Try to be near or next to cover at all times, because that way you can kind of work around the cover if somebody throws a frag or any type of throwable at you, or if somebody starts shooting you from 2 different sides. You want to make sure you could use that rock not just to go prone because you're a sitting duck, but to use that rock and just to run kind of like a chicken with your head cut off. Not a lot of people can land their shots too well when somebody's running back and forth, side to side. You want to just keep zigzagging until you know exactly where the shots are coming from, and then get behind a certain spot on the cover where you could stay safe, heal up, reset your situation, and try to bring home that chicken dinner. This game, yes, is about being really smart, being a tactician, being ahead of the game, but you also have to land your shot. Yes, you could be a sneaky snake and win the game with 2 or 3 kills, which is just fine. A lot of people have a lot of different play styles, but you have to make sure you play how you want to play and not copy other people's play styles. Play how you know how to play and bring home that chicken dinner, guys. So that was more of tips and tricks, helpful hints, ideas to make sure your confidence is always in your favor. Don't forget to like the video, sub if you haven't already, and make sure you hit that bell for a little ring-a-ding-ding to get notified when the next video of mine goes live. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.